YouTube, what it do? It's your guy CJ. I'm gonna do a reaction video today about a story I heard about a few weeks back, but didn't believe that it was a real thing. But come to find out, it's a real thing here. So this is a guy. This video is entitled by Truly. Make sure they get their credit. Dude broke his legs to grow from 5'5" to 6 feet. So let's check this video out.
King, and now I'm a part of the 6 Foot Club. And I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery. They break your bones surgically, they cut them, and they attach devices that extend the bones over time. The world is a much different place now that I'm taller. When I first did the surgery, and people said they hope I never walk again. But as it grew, it actually started to garner a lot of attention from women.
I thought we were on the first day. You're impressing me.
No, I'm not. You're impressing me. I'm 6 foot. I'm Denzel Siggers. I'm 27 years old, and I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery.
Yo. Okay. First, I gotta jump in, bro. 100 bands, bro. $100,000. Let's talk about this right here, man. Let's talk about first the kudos like to the brother for even like having 100K just laying around, right? I don't know how you go about paying for that or financing that, but like shout out to the brother, man. But $100,000. First question I got for the chat, man. Like if you are in the comments and you're watching this, drop a yes, a Y for yes or N for no. Would you spend $100,000 to grow from 5'5" to 6 feet or to any height? If you're like a shorter guy, would you spend $100,000 to get taller? Because I could think of a lot of other investments or things you can do with $100,000, but not my $100,000. So kudos to Denzel.
So the surgery day, they put me under anesthesia, so I was asleep. They break your bones surgically, they cut them, and they attach devices that extend the bones over time. When I first woke up, I just asked myself 1,000,001 questions. I was like, why did I do this surgery? I regretted it. I shouldn't have done it. I'm in so much pain. I've never felt this kind of pain before, and is it really worth it? And I thought something was wrong because I didn't think it was normal to feel this amount of pain. There's a metal rod in my leg, and then there was an external fixator that attaches to the metal rod going through your leg. So you have both an internal device and an external device. It was very shocking. It felt unreal to see it attach myself because I had never seen anything like this before. I was actually in a relationship prior to the surgery. Once I told her I wanted to go get surgery to get taller to boost my confidence, she was completely against it. And inevitably, we end up ending the relationship, even though she was someone that made a lot of jokes about my height herself. So she...
Yo, and I was really kind of hoping that he got towards this type of a discussion, right? So let's interject here for a little bit, right? So he was in a relationship before he had the surgery done, right? So he says that his girl at the time had a problem with him going to get the surgery done. So hearing that, right, just within itself, you'll think, okay, maybe he got a ride or die, a girl who loves him for who he is, who really likes him for him, right? But then you got to ask yourself, right? Why would he have an insecurity about his height if he was with a girl or a woman who likes him for him and doesn't have an issue with his height? And then, of course, as he just stated, she was making jokes about him being like short or vertically challenged or whatever, right? So again, this is a lot of the toxic behavior that you see in the Western Hemisphere, right? I can't say that this is how it is in other parts of the world, but being a taller guy, sometimes I don't really see or get the grievances that shorter men experiences or have, right? But I couldn't imagine like being shamed for my height, something I can't really control with the woman I'm with, because it's almost like what side is she on? Like, like you don't want me to get the surgery to get taller, but you shit on me for being short. So I don't understand. Like, let's keep watching though, man. Like, that's weird though. And I'm really glad that he brought that up because I was going to infer about that, but I wanted to make sure first that was, if he was dating at the time, like what led to him going about getting this, and he just explained it. So
it hasn't seen me. but she's just seen like my social media and she's been trying to call. She's been trying to make her way back, but that's somebody I don't want to go back to.
Back there, they did about me. Now time
Today
they
I'm
all on
actually
me.
going on a date for the first time since I've had my surgery. So it'll be my first date at 6 foot.
Let's go,
I'm very
boy.
excited. It's an opportunity to get out there and really fill out this new version of me, like see how he interacts with the world, see how he interacts on a date. In the world we live in, we say don't judge a book by its cover, but obviously people are judged off their appearance first. But I do feel like once I get back into dating, my personality will be what carries me in a relationship.
Oh, hello. How
Okay,
you doing?
okay.
How you doing?
Let's go.
They hug me too, huh?
Okay. Hey, yo, let me do a pause right here too, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, let me do a pause right here, right? So, I don't know, like how Denzel, like was before the surgery. I don't know how he walked around or stood or spoke before, but man, this brother got that glow to him right here, man. And as a, as a brother, like it's really good to see him have that black boy joy to him. You know what I mean? Like he's really he walking with that swag, like he got that ball player like lean to him right here. So it's really cool, like to see that he got that machismo to him. You know what I mean? Right now. So like, shout out to bro, man. Like seeing the world from like a different like viewpoint, because like you don't really think about it. 5'5" to 6 feet is a big difference. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like him on this date, I can't speak to how he's feeling, right? But this dude is looking like, he's been tall for a minute. He's really like leaning into his height right here. So good for him, man.
Tell me about yourself. What's your social?
My social,
Yeah.
my social media,
No, your social security.
my social security.
Your social skills is crazy.
You a scammer?
I didn't say that.
Or are you just
I was just
funny?
trying to get to know you.
Oh.
So
What you was trying to do with my social? Oh, you trying to put a ring on it that fast? I didn't know you was that type of guy. I like that. I would say my last relationship was 2 years ago. I got high standards and a lot of requirements.
I think you found me.
Really?
Okay, why haven't I been on a dating scene? Been very busy. But most recently, in the last 6 months, as you know, I underwent limb lengthening surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So
Limb
What was that
lengthening
experience
surgery.
like?
probably one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Conversation was very good. I could see
Okay.
like us going on a few more dates.
You feeling
getting
my
to
boy?
know each other a lot more. He's gonna call me for sure.
It's actually a very fun first date. I didn't expect to have as much fun as I did. I thought it would be a little bit more nerves or something.
Let's go,
but
boy.
everything went great.
You got her blushing.
Very fun
Yeah.
time, very beautiful girl.
Yeah.
It's nice to step out in the world with a
Let's
lot more
go.
confidence than before, to be a lot more sure of yourself and not wonder what she's thinking, but really just be who you are.
Bro, this is so good to see, man. This is real dope. I
It
ain't even
is
gonna hold you,
much
bro.
easier to reach things that I struggled with before. The world is a much different place now that I'm taller. People smile at me everywhere I go. I've never had this kind of like reaction from people before, and I really enjoy it.
Hey, bro, like real quick pause, man. Life is most certainly different when you're taller. I'm 6'4", so I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but I'm pretty up there. Like when I go like out and about, and being able to like have things more accessible, like to you just around like the house and everything is really cool. Like I mean, like I couldn't imagine like not being able to grab a box of cereal off the top so, like chef at Whole Foods, or being able to not get something from the top cabinet at the crib. You know what I mean? So it most certainly does give you like I guess, like an inherent like air of confidence, right? So it's really good that not only bro is having like more success and like luck when it comes to dating, but he's also like it seems like other components of his life is kind of easier as a result. Even though you don't really like think about those things like as far as just day-to-day activities, like reaching things and being able to get things like at the house or whatever. But it's really interesting like to see like how everything is starting to change. His reality is really like expanding post his surgery. So that's what's up.
I've always been very unhappy with my height pretty much my entire life. I realized I was short around 15 years old, and ever since then, it's kind of weighed on me. I tried a lot of different things to make me taller or at least appear taller, such as spinal decompression, put insoles in my shoes, inversion tables, and they would only give me about an inch more. As far as my recovery process, I work out every day. I'm just restricted in some of my abilities like squatting. Recovery, since I completed the surgery, I can pretty much do everything that I need to do for the most part on a normal day-to-day basis. So I'm very pleased with where I'm at. The surgery has significantly boosted my self-esteem, mainly because everything I had to go through to get the height, so I appreciate it more. But just being home and seeing how the world reacts to me at 6 foot rather than 5'5" has been like a very amazing experience for me. I've always been like an outgoing person, but now I can just be myself without caring what people think or what people have to say. I'm me all the time now, rather than hiding behind like insecurities.
We're gonna go ahead and pause the video here. I think towards the end he's going to meet with a fellow guy who got a similar surgery done. But let me go ahead and get my recap here, man, because I think we've gotten to most of the important parts of the video that I wanted to cover. So, guys, look, man, this is a very interesting concept. I never thought that people could get surgery done to lengthen themselves to become longer. That was a pause moment. No Diddy joking, but I kind of wondered if you were to get this surgery done and you had some type of a second thought, say you went through the process to get this done, right? And you wasn't really satisfied with the height, right? How would you go about getting that reversed? I know that's kind of messed up to think about. I don't know why a person who is shorter would pay $100 grand to get surgery done to become taller and then not be a fan of it. But would they have to break the part that they broke to shrink it back down? Or I don't know. I don't think this guy will have that problem. But just in general, I'm thinking, what if someone got that done and they weren't a fan? They was like, man, I was kind of cool, because that new height is adjustable, man. Everything changes. The pant size is different. I guess the way you go about doing things have to change a little bit. But I'm sure they got rehab for all that stuff and support groups. But that's crazy, man. On one hand, it's sad that we live in a society where people have to change who they are so abruptly, because you can't help your height. You know what I mean? If you're overweight, you can always change your diet or increase your exercise to lose weight. You know what I mean? You could change your hairstyle, or you could change a lot of other things about yourself that you do have the power to control. And up until now, apparently, I would say that height was one of the things you couldn't change, but apparently now you can change your height. So for my short kings out there, man, hey, if you got 100 bands just laying around, you can go to who this guy went to and get taller. But the important thing, all jokes aside, man, learn how to appreciate who you are, where you are. I think that is an understatement, and I know sometimes people say that as a conduit to sound good, right? But you have to have confidence and love who you are, where you are, because for all intents and purposes, if you're insecure at a certain height, you can grow up to 6 feet or 6'5" or 6 whatever. And if you don't do the work internally to work on the things that made you insecure in the first place, you'll be insecure at 6 feet. I know guys who I played, basketball with in college or growing up who are giants. I mean 6'8", 7 feet, 6'11", and they suffer from insecurities because we all have insecurities at some form or some level. So if your whole genetic makeup, right? If your whole personality trait, if your entire disposition about yourself is solely placed in the height, then you may want to, work on some things internally. And it's not a bad thing. We all have work to do to improve, myself included. But if you're watching this video and you're shorter and you're like, man, I may need to go get on a payment plan or go take out a loan, or you may even have it, before you go to do that, really ask yourself, if you grow taller, will that really fix your problems? If so, then, do what you have to do. But a lot of times the underlying issue is what's beyond the problem. So a lot of times, if you think you're short or people tease you for being short, one, you can't control that, but your height doesn't make you who you are. There are women out there who love guys who are like not the most tall. So find that group, right, and put yourself in those type of areas, but don't let your confidence be affected or like shaken by how tall you are or not. Okay. So as always, be sure to drop a comment below. Let me know how y'all feel about this episode, man. And be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the CJ Wilkins YouTube channel. And I'm CJ, and I'm out. Peace.